Welcome to the Campfire. Today, we're going to be playing some more X4, working on our piracy, expanding our network of pirate bases. That is my next goal, is to build another scrap station and get a few more manticores so that we can get claytronics a little bit easier. Because that's the only thing we can't get by scrapping ships. And with that, I'm also having to repair our standings with Pyramid because, well, I've been a bad person to these people. And with that, thank you for joining me. If you like the video, like it, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and let's get into this. Just destroying some... The other fun thing is because I have Xenon Jobs 8.0 installed, people are being wrecked by the Xenon, except for apparently the Telati. Good on them, but yeah. Like down here, they're making moves. Somehow the Pyramid here have held their ground, but they are not pushing in at all. The Antagon are getting their backsides kicked a fair bit. They've kept the Void, but the Void is... It's a battle of attrition. Very slow battle of attrition there. This Pyramid, the northern branch, are losing ground. And the Zyarth are not holding too well either. What I realized is that it's because I've got Xenon Jobs 8.0 installed. It makes the Xenon much harder because it gives them a lot more ships to work with, especially across all their different branches. But that's good for us because that means I can destroy and pirate Xenon and not have to worry that I'm weakening them too much for the other groups. With that, we're also making headway with stealing ships. The only thing we're low on... No, not plan build. Logical overview. I mean, we don't have any food or advanced electronics because those keep getting used up by the research. But everything else we've got a fair amount of. Yeah... Say fair. It'd be one, maybe two medium ships. We're getting some claytronics. We've got plenty of hull parts. We just need to let that run a little bit to give us some claytronics to build the next station. Easy enough. We can also go pirate some of these station builds for their claytronics. That's the other upside of the Xenon coming through and consistently breaking stations, is the NPCs then have to rebuild stations, which gives us more availability to steal parts. Thinking my next target will be to look for another large trader to keep, so that we can move around all these parts and components that we're going to need for building stations quickly. And we'll get through that relatively fast. Going to be adding, as well as a scrap station, another station for holding parts, which will turn into a wharf eventually. Wharf and shipyard. Probably put it closer to the middle of the map so that we can utilize it better for scrapping, so they don't have to go all the way to Heretic's End for that in that regard. But this is what we're working on at the moment. Well, in theory, this one should give me some points with them. Was right on their station. Then, on top of that, they've got a station building right over here somewhere. Right where we've got the Shiaku. So in theory, we should be able to find some parts. They've brought a new Sonra in to drop off something. We'll see what that is, but here's some build parts. Now, what do they got is the real question. Just gonna wait for the "you destroyed an enemy on our station, thank you" to proc before I start blowing everything up. Alright, let's start breaking this pinata open. Ever so slightly. And see what we've got here.
Requesting permission to dock.
Alright, let's see. What do we get? I'm sure it's not going to tell me in there, but let's take a look around. Field coils, plasma conductors, claytronics, yes. Claytronics, a whole bunch of them. Alright, let's start breaking open a few of these other pinata boxes. And see what all we can grab. Alright. That should be more than we can really carry in that freighter. Alright. Come on. Give me the Shuyaku. I'm gonna send the Envoy straight down. Well, yeah, go ahead. Start moving at least. Let's just have you go down here and dock. Now, let's target
container.
That way I know where I'm going. Which is downwards from us. Oh, it reactivated the cargo drones. God dang it. This could end up a problem. Okay, they're coming back without anything. Good. At least I think they are. If nothing else, we should be able to get there before they do. We're gonna need our boost ready to go. So this is going to be a slow one. This is why I don't fly the freighters myself ever, really. We just need to collect all this and go. Just gotta get close. Fortunately, there doesn't appear to be any defenses here. So we got that going for us. Oh, I forgot how slowly these things slow down. Let's try to grab more of the claytronics than not. We should be able to fit just about everything that's here. Come on. Oh, hey. Not even pissing them off. That is fine with me. So we got a bunch of claytronics. I'm gonna bring the Envoy back then. Where's the Envoy? You're already way back over there. Jeez. Come back here. We'll grab the rest of this, since it's not really upset anybody that we did this. And let's check. How many of everything do we got? So we got 200 claytronics, and that's the big one that we need. Really not much of anything else. Good. So we can fit more once this Envoy comes back.
Reporting back for duty.
Alright, so
The
you got
mission was a
that.
complete success.
You got the flux capacitor. Thank you, we needed that. Next, we're gonna have to rebuild our influence again.
Requesting permission to die. Docking permission granted.
Departing to execute the mission.
Yeah. I hate that AI voice. It's just so terrible. Alright, where's our envoy? He's coming. And of course the other one failed. Why wouldn't he fail? What was he going for? Damage singularity engine. We need more influence to be able to do anything. Alright. Since you're right there, go there.
My journey begins, and nothing shall stray me from my course.
Envoy, where are you at? You're almost here. I'm gonna teleport to you. Tell the Shiaku to not move.
Envoy.
Oh, come on. Give me the ship. You overshot where you were going anyways by a lot. Come on, counterbalance the direction. Counterbalance. There we go. Alright, headed in the right direction now. Could even probably bring the Sunra up to take over grabbing anything we need. This is too much for that guy, the Shiaku. Let's just drop everything we can. Come on. There we go. A little bit repaired. We're cooled. There. We're getting some of this. And this isn't even costing us any standing. That's the weird part to me. Alright, let's go back to the Shiaku. Tell the envoy not to move. Just start sucking up everything. Like a vacuum. That should give us at least enough Claytronics to really get started here. Another 24 Claytronics. 13. Wow, not even one full Shuyaku here.
Scan all you want. The scan is complete. Go. I know. Clean as a whistle.
Alright. Well, that was the whole thing pretty much absorbed. So next, we got 463. It'll get us started on the next station. I'm going to go back to the Envoy because it is the faster move. But let's put down the station we're going to start building. So Scarlet Star was basic... Oops. Stop guidance. I don't need it. Alright, so that is really high raw scrap, really high sunlight. So in theory, this should be a good place to build our next station for scrap processing, compared to Heretic's End, which has very little natural scrap. And almost nothing else that we need. No, not there. Yes, remove it. A little bit further in, because if we want to build a defense station, we're going to want to be a little closer to the gate there. Let's put it here. So first and foremost, I need a better dock. So we'll have to steal that. Storage. L solid. L container. Give me 2 containers. Dock module, no. Scrap processor. Do 2 of those and 2 recyclers. For now, that should be more than enough. And then enough of these that we don't really have to worry about anything. Should do cross-section, then the energy cell. Because then I can add layers to this. Like an onion. 2... How many? I think we can do... I think 6 should be more than enough? We'll see. We'll add more as we go. As we need to. Have our own builder go and do the construction. And I mean, we're going to need a lot more Claytronics than we've got. But we're getting there. We're starting. Same with hull parts. The energy cells, we've got more than enough. So let's start Sonra. Where are you? Trade with. So I need 5,758. Oh, that's hull parts. Right. Energy cells. Why can't I sell or buy energy cells here? Sell. Using that, automatic pricing allows me to buy. But if I go to trade, I can't buy them. Okay, that is partially why. So we need to steal from elsewhere. Because this place just doesn't produce enough energy cells currently. Alright, well that's easy enough to fix. Where am I? Over here. There is this. Easy enough. I'm going to teleport to here. Come on. There we go.
Envoy.
We'll go steal from their station. First, make sure that our Shuyaku is not going to be attacked in this process. Come on. Destroy the raiding party.
The scan is complete. Go.
Fair enough. Not that you were going to find anything other than stolen goods. Let's just break this down and we'll steal all these energy cells from here. So that's all they built with. Energy cells, ore, and silicon. They got it easy. If there's any to even be stolen here. Looks like it. It's dropping some. Come on. How hard is this to do? These have insane health. All things considered. I mean, it's not that bad, but they do have a lot of health. Come on. Break you down. Because you're going to just take some of these away from me. I need to get the weapon and whatnot in upgrades so that I can make this cool down faster. Could try to get this stolen. If it'll eject. If. So that is a huge if. And I may have damaged it way too far for it to survive ejecting anyways. Come on. Eject. Yeah, didn't survive ejecting. Okay. Come on. There we go. I'm just gonna have you suck up everything that you can. Turn towards some of this. So we got some energy cells from this. Not enough, but this is where we can start the process, is getting stuff brought in, picked up. I thought there'd be more. Dang it. Let's face it, I was hoping there would be more. Okay. No, nothing we really need there. Alright. Well, let's go back to the Envoy. We'll have the Shuyaku meet us down there with what it has. Grab more Claytronics, grab those. Alright, pause. I mean, that's a fair chunk already gone, already done. Transfer wares, grab as many energy cells. Oh, we don't need that many. I must have waited until the next cycle started. So we need 4,261. So go here. 4,261. And -3. Then grab as many hull parts as you can fit. There we go. And then that will be... That started. I mean, we're getting there. Now it's just go and get Claytronics and hull parts stolen. Easy enough. Make sure that these are not buying from anybody else. Okay, so it is going through, only we can deliver parts. I will need to add a or a big dock, but at the moment that's good enough for what we've got.
Envoy.
Next, let's go get rid of some of these guys. I'm going to try to get Seda finally sorted out, because we are going to need that before too long. It is all well and good that Seda does do some bad things to the game, potentially. A lot of it is that you don't necessarily notice how quickly things are devolving, and Seda will expedite that, so that by the time you do notice it, it's too late for you to really react. And you got 6 of one, half a dozen of the other on that one. As long as you're not running it for 12 hours straight, you generally can be fine. Seda will speed up the game, and that's the whole point of it. And the biggest downside is, if you're not paying attention and things start to go south, it will expedite that going south. So let's head back to our station here. I'm gonna drop off materials and
Autopilot engaged.
we'll start looking for another place to start gathering material or Claytronics and hull parts at. Dang, Haftova's choice is taking a real pounding. Xenon might just own it shortly enough. At which point the Argon will actually do something about it, maybe. But dang.
Entering system.
Nucleus Memorial.
Choice.
Well, it's got a lot of ore, silicon, and ice. We could build a food factory there. But that puts 1, 2, 3, 4, and manager would have to be maxed to automatically trade back to here. Not ideal. I mean, it would work, but it's not ideal. And ice is already here, so any food place would only need to be 2-star to trade up or to mine up to there. Yeah, the Xenon are winning. Upside of making them harder, I guess. And downside, but upside too. I was hoping there'd be more fighting going on right now, but between the Argon and the Paranid, or Antagon and Paranid, really. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of fighting going on here. Maybe on the other side of the gate, so we can try to get components for the SATA drive. From these guys, though usually I get them mostly from Xenon, but yeah, there's really not a whole lot of fighting going on here. What do I have that they don't like? Yeah, the decryption modules and hallucinogenics. I'm not dropping the decryption modules. Screw it.
Entering system. Second
Let's
contact.
go play with some Xenon, I guess, and hopefully they start dropping programmable field arrays and the other things we need. With that, I'm going to just sit here and farm items and let the station build up as it goes. I'll do some of this stuff off screen so that we don't have to sit here and wait for me to just keep doing things back and forth. Thank you for joining me here by the campfire. If you like the video, like it. If you have questions, comments, concerns, witty remarks, recommendations, and suggestions, put them in the comments below. Subscribe if you want to. Join the Discord if you want to. And as always, have a wonderful day.